Hey, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. It's Chandravadna Chaitanya Das here, and I have been so busy here lately. It is not even funny. Uh, so I just wanted to stop in and just share a little bit about what I've been up to, and I guess mainly just to kind of document some stuff. Because sometimes I have a tendency to go really fast, and then maybe there'll be a period of time where I'm not as efficient, I guess, where things are kind of more slowed down. But when things are fresh in my mind and I want to get stuff done, I have a tendency at that point to just try to, plow through things and then just kind of like, let things kind of happen. That being said, I'm a little bit tired, so I will be taking rest here pretty soon. Um, so that's my bedtime, but I stayed up a little bit later today just to get a few things done. So what have I been doing exactly? Um, so I did get a few more of the books in and different things. So we got Fluent Hindi patterns right here. And this is the British version, actually. It just came in from Great Britain. It's A4 sizing for the book. And the same thing, Learn Hindi through understanding. I think I actually showed this one to you guys before, but it was the just the trade paperback version. I don't know if you guys can see the sizing differences here or not. But this is the UK version right here. Um, so they use the A4, A5, and that type of thing, that sizing. But anyways, this is A4, and we also have this is just a regular. And this, I believe, I showed you guys or whatever. But this is Learn through Hindi through understanding. It has a lot of really great information. This system of learning a language, I think, is really powerful, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to share it. Same thing with this. This is done a little bit differently, but this is about structured sentence patterns, Hindi language patterns, and putting those together for you guys and whatnot. So I was kind of methodical when I put together these books in terms of how I wanted to structure them in order to help the learner um, master fluency as quickly as possible. So that's kind of what the objective was. So I put the content together strategically in such a way that it might achieve that. Trying to think what else. So we got a lot of things going on. Oh, last couple days I've been really busy. Last 3 or 4 days. I believe I did pop in here one other time a short while ago, a couple days ago maybe, and just to kind of give an update. At that time, I believe I was talking about getting. I don't know if I told you guys about it, but um, I've been wanting to get the yoga put together for quite a while now. So one of the things that encompasses is putting together the different sequences of asanas uh, on a daily basis. And every day has a certain type of energy to it. Uh, so I wanted to kind of look at it through those lenses for the Bhakti House. And these are the kind of things that we kind of normalize, I guess you would say, kind of at the Bhakti House on kind of a daily basis when we do like yoga. And so our main yoga program, and the thing that I more or less started this year, I haven't been faithful to the initiative as I had hoped to be, but every Saturday we have our rest and retreat program. And what I had in my mind originally, when I was thinking about this way back in January, we're now in April, and I was kind of structuring programs for how I wanted things to kind of be that I thought would be useful and beneficial for others, and then also through the feedback and things I gotten through just I like to get other people's input and ideas. I instead of just taking things all on myself. But um, what I had realized is that many years ago, um, there was some yoga sequences that I had done, some yoga flows and different things that I'd come up with, and I thought they would be really great to teach one day. And eventually, I'd gone on. This was years later. I went on to go get my 200 and 300 level yoga teacher certification uh, through my yoga teacher, through my yoga teachers, my yoga gurus, and that took me quite a while to achieve. Um, but once I achieved that kind of that milestone or benchmark, whatever you want to call it, I was then certified at the 500-hour level. So then I started teaching yoga to people kind of one-on-one and privately, and then I started to teach, like, small classes and then larger classes, and sometimes I would go to retreats and teach at retreats and different things. And for the Bhakti House, I wanted to kind of put together a really incredible program that would specifically, work for us for the Saturday Rest and Retreat program. So I did do that. Then while doing that, I realized that other days of the week, it would be nice to have some yoga programs as well. Maybe lighter yogas, maybe not quite the lengthy program that Saturday would encompass. The other thing that was important to do was to kind of put it through the lenses of bhakti. Um, so, what does that really mean? It just means that yoga in and of itself is an activity. Is it have some uh, I guess benefits? Sure, body, mind, spirit, that type of thing. We hear about that a lot when it comes to yoga and doing any kind of sadhana. But if you're doing like a regular yoga, it's good for your digestion. It's good for your flexibility. There's so many different things that it can really help you with. It's easy on the joints. It's easy on the body. So as far as getting exercise, it's really kind of I don't want to say ideal exercise system, but in reality, it kind of is. It's also one of those things, though, that requires consistency in practice. And that's something personally I've been guilty of when it comes to yoga. That's something that I want to work on so that I've set kind of a personal goal for myself this year to be more yoga conscious, I guess you would say, but through the eyes of bhakti. So that's like an offering. So every action we perform the Bhakti House is an offering to God, right? To Krishna, to however you identify or lack identification. So whatever you believe. So with that in mind, my personal goal was to try to put together a system, a yoga system that would uh, integrate bhakti inside of hatha yoga as well. So the exercise positions and so on, and do it in such a way. I prayed long and hard about how to go about exactly doing this. I sought counsel from other yogis and people that I had close relationship with, and that's how I came about uh, the system that I came up with. So, uh, so it's a collective effort. It's not just me. It's many people, many minds together that have actually helped me to get to this um, place and time to where I could get this all done. So the good news is I don't actually have all 7 days published currently. I've got 2 days. I've got Sunday and Monday and possibly Tuesday. I know I've got Sunday and Monday and possibly Tuesday that are published on Amazon right now. So those are, you can purchase at any time. I do not have them on the website because I'm going to actually wait until all 7 are completely done. I'm also going to check into seeing about bundling on Amazon and all so that people, if they want to, they can get all of them. Keep in mind there is a cost to publishing on Amazon. So we buy a book on Amazon. The Bhakti House does not get like 100% commission or anything like that. In fact, Amazon takes 60% of the commission. So at the end of the day, it's not it's not something that brings in a lot of revenue for the Bhakti House in order to maintain the Bhakti House, and everything going on with it. So, but that also being said, every purchase matters and every donation matters. So it doesn't matter how large or small that is. And I just put that out there to God and, let it be what it will be. Uh, so anyway, uh, but I wanted to kind of clarify that for you. So if you see the pricing and you're like, oh, that's too much or something like that, think of it as like an offering and not as like just going out and, you know, buying something, for yourself or something on that. There's a lot of love that should go into purchase is what I'm hoping for anyway. That being said, maybe everyone watching this or hearing this doesn't exactly, you know, vibe that notion, and I totally get that. Everyone has to do what's right for them, and I let that just kind of be. We talked last time about some of the other things. We put together some relationship books and whatnot. One of them, in which I think I shared with you guys, was a relationship secret: how Bhakti changes the way we love. And I thought maybe we had gotten. I don't remember. Anywho, that's pretty much that. There was also another book that I put together that I'd been working on for quite a while. Now, some of these books, especially like the yoga books, the formatting on these books was, oh man, it was so much work. I put like all the little accents on it. I put the little text boxes for like everything. So it took me quite a long time to get in the flow of doing these yoga books. That being said, I had an incredible time actually putting together the programs for each book and putting that together. It was a lot of fun for me. I would say probably the average length of a book would be anywhere from like 75 to 100 pages, something like that. The longest book, I believe, was probably the Sunday book, which is the first book in the series. And then it was all close to around 80 or so until the last book, which was Saturday's book. And I believe that was around 115 pages or something on that end. So these are not long books, but keep in mind that these are teaching um, obstacles and flows. And this is for a daily program. So you would want a really long, drawn out book for practicing yoga. So, just kind of understand that should you decide you want to get them. So, what else? Um, yeah, some thanks I should give. So, there was a devotee that actually reached out to me back, I want to say November or December of last year. And she asked me, she actually brought this idea to me. She's like, holidays are coming, first of the year is coming. Uh, a lot of people want exercise, they want to lose weight, they want to get in shape, all these kind of things. So maybe you could do a program in that capacity. Now, at first, when at first when she mentioned this to me and all, my heart was really in it, but at the same time, I was thinking back in mind, it's that monkey chatter that happens sometimes. I was thinking, okay, I'm so lazy that I'm so like lazy when it comes to doing yoga. Me actually teaching yoga is probably like the worst idea. And I was really down on myself and really negative about it. But then I started practicing yoga kind of more or less quite consistently, and I continue to do that at this point. And there's we had a lot of realizations or a lot of aha moments when it came to my yoga practice over the last several months. So then finally, I got to a place where I was like, okay, you know what? Now's the time to put together this program and to get it going. Um, and that all kind of ties into like the master plan here. And if you guys don't know what the master plan is, oh, I can share that a little bit with you. So the master plan is very simply this. Um, we just really we started last year in 2025 with doing a meet in the park where we would go and do kirtan on a weekly basis. We changed the dates a couple times throughout the year, but we were very consistent with it, and we had several people come to our programs and everything at park over here at Rod Mills Park here in Jackson, Michigan, and we just had an incredible time. And we had prasadam. Most of the time, that consisted of things very simple, maybe halva or something. Um, Walnut raisin halva. I think we did quite a lot of that last year. Um, or maybe some biryani, or we just had some different things, but we kind of kept it pretty basic. I mean, we're outside, it's a park, um, that type of thing. So we were trying to, you know, keep food safety in mind and all this kind of stuff. And then also we had the nice kirtan, and we would bring waters for people and that and the other. It was super nice to get to meet many people that were also just, if not interested, at least curious in kirtan and what it's like to sing mantras and different things, And we all had a really great time. It was a lot of fun, and we would do it kind of in the evening, around twilight, which actually I'm looking outside right now, and it actually is about that time of night as well. It's about 8:28 here. So after that, just kind of prayed and just kind of put it out there, and then we ended up getting the Bhakti House, acquiring it in the the Bhakti House purchased the building that we have now, uh, which is now the Bhakti House, here in Jackson, Michigan, at 145 North Gorham Street here in Jackson. So it's, I don't know, it's probably about 7 or 8 miles away from Broad Mills Park, where we had Kirtan last year. Um, but getting back on track here, the master plan is that we need to get a lot of things done at the Bhakti House to get it ready to be open to the public. Probably going to take us about a year to do that from the time that we acquired it in January. So probably about, if I had to guess, I'd probably say around March or April, when the weather's turning nice again next year. So 2027. So in the meantime, just about a year to get everything kind of hashed out, get everything nice and professional, and very organized. Uh, and that's really the key. There's one thing that I've learned by participating in growing spiritual communities uh, throughout my life, and that is consistency, 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 just like they say in real estate. Location, location, location. That's true, of course, and I think we have a pretty good location for the Bhakti House, but consistency, consistency, consistency. You have to show up, and that's the name of the game. And the nice thing about showing up is that you're showing up to do activities and to associate with people that you love to associate with and do things with. And the things that you're doing with those people are the things you love to do. Uh, Spiritual activities, kirtan, music, teaching, Krishna Katha. We're reading books about Krishna, sharing prasadam, sharing Krishna's mercy, the food and everything. It's all a lot of fun, and so it's good to do that, to make memories, of course, and to just enjoy life, a sweet spot in life. So that's just a really positive thing. So, but to do that consistently, you need sort of like some planning. It's not something that you just up and do. At least some people may be able to do that. I'm just not kind of as driven in that direction. I need a little bit of structure and a little bit of order, and I think that that works pretty nice. So, like the books that we're having and stuff, whether it's books on bhakti and relationships, or learning languages so that you can get at pronouncing Sanskrit, which if you learn Hindi or even the Devanagari script, you'll be able to actually learn the mantras much easier. You'll be able to speak Hindi, you'll be able to speak Sanskrit, and it will just kind of roll off much easier than it would be if you just try to like struggle through the text. Not only that, but you'll have a greater appreciation for this ancient uh, language, because you'll have understanding of it. So you'll learn more about like what the words mean. Like if you like we know the word satsang, for example, the word sat, that means truth, and sangha, it means a group, a company. So godly company, basically, or truthful company. So you're uniting yourself, you're aligning yourself with people that are, spiritual people, and we come together to share and, type of thing. So yeah, so all those things are really neat. And then And music, of course, music is a big part of a lot of spiritual groups, not just the Bhakti House, but, churches use music and mosques use music. So many different religions use music, um, and that type of thing. So to get back up with what I was saying with the master plan, it's having all these resources in place so that people can plug into those resources, so that we know what our programs are going to be like. We know what we're teaching on a regular basis. We can become proficient and practice teaching over the course of the next year. And we can kind of refine things so that when we do open our doors to the public, we're operating legally, we are in a good place financially, and we have support. And that's a big thing. So I've got 1 year, basically, not just me, but like all of us here at the Bhakti House, we have 1 year to really, um, get people support, get help and, get people to help and support this initiative so that we can really make it something special for people and, and offer everything that we're doing collectively to God. So that's essentially like what we've been working on. So whether you're local or whether you live a long distance away or whether you live in a completely different country, possibly even a different planet, just kidding. Uh, you know, whatever level of support you want to give or share, whether it's just, some good words, some, just some best wishes or good luck or, just a silent prayer for what we're trying to achieve or what we're trying to do, that is very much appreciated. And if you want to help financially, that's also appreciated. Or if you want to help through activities or through seva, that's also appreciated as well. And if you're somewhere else and you're thinking, well, I can't really do seva, I'm not there to really help out. There are things that we actually need that you could do remotely if you have the time and the will to help out. If that's the case, please just contact us. You can just contact me at Chandra, Chandra, at thebhaktihouse.org. So it's Chandra at TheBhaktiHouse.org. And then just let me know. Another way, if you want to make it even simpler, just go to the bhaktihouse.org website, go to the contact page, fill out the page, and we'll receive it that way as well. Um, the contact form, that is. Um, so we've got the yoga books for all 7 days completed, just waiting on Amazon to approve the last several books. And once those are approved, will be good. The other thing that I wanted to do is I've done some books on like how to play music by ear, specifically for the harmonium, where we're playing like a melody and then some chords. But playing on piano is a little bit different, and there's some other things involved with that as well. And so I wanted to also write a book specifically, kind of like an instructional guide to help people learn to play by ear using the Sargam, the North Indian system, uh, for piano specifically. And so I also wrote a book on that, and I think I've structured it pretty nicely. It's not a really long book or anything, but the content is pretty solid, I would say. Like what I'm teaching, the way that I'm teaching, it's a little bit different, but I really like the way that it kind of came out. So, if you're wanting to learn to play piano and you don't want to have to rely on sheet music and you want to play by ear instead, um, that resource might be something that you're interested in. If you're interested in it, let me know. I can get you the link on Amazon of where to purchase that. Just again, contact us through the website form or email me directly. No worries. And then I feel like there's something else, but I can't remember exactly what it is. I don't know. I've just been so busy with doing so much. Um, I guess what I'm trying to ask is some help. If anyone wants to help out, um, some of the things I would like to do is uh, there's some more resources that I would like to create or have created that maybe some of you would like to create or try to help out with. If there's something, if you like to write or you like to do videos or you like to help people in terms of training or like explaining concepts, please reach out to me because I could definitely use your help. Um, if you like doing social media and like uh, get people excited about uh, the goings ons at the Bhakti House, please let me know because we'd love to. I can plug you into some of that stuff, those resources as well, if you'd like to help in that regard. Whatever you do, of course, just offer that to God, and um, and then we'll graciously accept whatever help you're willing to give. That goes for anyone, really. So I guess that's pretty much it. At this point, I guess I'm just a little long-winded here, but it's just been a tiring day, but a lot of work in many different directions. And so it just feels good to sort of get like one project kind of completed and out of the way, because I have so many other projects this year that I would like to tackle before we get back to this time next year. So the tentative date, I would say probably for opening the doors to the Bhakti House would probably be right around next April or so. And a big reason why we were not able to do things this year is because um, we just got hit with so many different expenses with the acquisition of the building and everything that um, we just have to be very careful financially in terms of how we manage everything. Things are really tight here financially, and so we need to see about ways of uh, putting things in place to kind of help out with the financial side of things. Whether that's if you know anything about grant writing or anything, and you'd like to help out with that as well, that would be fantastic as well. Okay, guys, I guess I'm going to end it here. Um, you guys are probably noticing I got like all these books on language here and stuff. These are actually for the Bhakti House language library. We're gonna put these in the Bhakti House as well. So as people come to visit, if they want to study a different language, we've got so many different ones, whether it's Arabic, French, Dutch, um, Punjabi, Spanish, so many of these different ones. I believe there's even Cantonese and Mandarin, Russian, Japanese. I mean, there's so many different ones. Spanish, different types of Spanish, Spanish verbs. So there's a lot of different things for people to study if they want to study things, as far as language and things go. Um, so yeah, so it's always good to kind of be a little cultured to be able to communicate with people, even if it's in a small way or small dose. It's always great to do that as well. And yeah, just have fun with things. So I'm always curious about the way people teach languages because I have sort of I don't know how to say this, but I've gone through so different methods of learning languages and different, Pimsleur. I mean, you name it, the apps, Babbel. I mean, all of these different ones that I think I've actually found the one that I would say works best for me. And the people that I've taught it to tell me, and I don't know if they're just being nice or not. I assume they're not. These are usually pretty honest people. They tell me that it's actually the easiest way that they've learned a language as well. So, I mean, I would leave that up to you to decide, and I'll just be humble in that respect. But if you decide you want to learn like Hindi or something, let support the Bhakti House and get our books. So we have the fluent Hindi patterns and uh, learn Hindi through understanding, and I guess that's all I got right now. But anyway, I'm gonna go take some rest, and I've got a long day tomorrow, and we'll just connect again soon. This weekend, I don't know if we'll have any programs outside of our Sunday meetup that we're actually going to be doing at the Sikh temple, and we're just kind of following through with that for the rest of the year. Um, to be perfectly honest, I didn't know a lot about Sikhism until, and maybe this is a good book, maybe it's not, I don't know, but this was one book that we got as well, like with language books, this came up, so Sikhism. So I thought, oh, that's a sign. We'll get this book here. very inexpensive, and it was just kind of a good introduction to Sikhism. And surprisingly enough, the a lot of the there's a lot of bhakti elements to Sikhism in terms of how they treat people and their offerings of love and their giving and things. There's a lot of things to really appreciate. So whether you believe in uh, the Guru Granth Sahib, the holy book, or the Sikh gurus, or that's something that you resonate with more than anything else, or not, it's perfectly okay. We still meet there. They do the langar. It's a community kitchen and stuff like that. Um, it's the food that they offer to everyone, and it's very simple and nutritious and healthy by and large. I don't know it's exactly Gaudiya Vaishnava standards because some of the preparations I've noticed do have like onion and garlic in terms of how they were made. You got to understand uh, Sikhism is like primarily based like in the Punjab, Haryana also, but mainly in the Punjab region of India, which is you got all the Punjabis who are making the very nice Punjabi meals. So the cooking and stuff is really delicious, but the standard base for doing that is onion garlic, and so on. So that's just kind of the nature of it. So if that's not your thing, that's okay. You can abstain from that, but there are some things that you might be able to partake in and stuff. And if nothing else, we can have a nice meetup, where we connect with each other and just kind of, share some meaningful moments. Is the way I like to look at it. And they do kirtan there mostly. They always have the TV monitors up and stuff like that, and they have the verses and different things from their spiritual book and what have you. And it's interesting to see how there are so many parallels between our spiritual books and their spiritual books. Um, so yeah, it's a fun time. It's something that we're just kind of, doing. Do some seva there as well. So like, if you want to come and you want to help out, that's an opportunity as well. So think of it in terms of like offer that to God. Just offer the seva to God, and whatever's in your heart, no worries. Doesn't matter what religion you are. Da, 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 da. I guess that's it, guys. Anyways, much love and many blessings. I hope everyone's doing really well. It's always great to get on the channel and to jump on and just say hi and to share kind of what's been going on kind of in the backdrop of everything that we're kind of putting together. So anyways, much love and many blessings. Haribol.